Don't you just friggin' love Archviles? Aren't they just a joy? Aren't they just the best thing you could possibly run into at any given time during the Doom level? So of course there's a mod that replaces all enemies with Archviles. Of course that's a thing. We live in the darkest timeline. But you know what? Even then, there is some sliver of hope, some minute pinprick of light in the distance here that makes this somewhat bearable. Because as you have no doubt noticed by now, these Archviles die quick. And that is my favorite kind of Archvile. An Archvile that dies quick. For best results, I most assuredly recommend the chain gun here. It makes them fall like dominoes because they've got such low health. It's an astonishing thing, really. In a gimmick mod, you've actually got some reasonable sense of balance. It's astonishing. Usually these things are built just to be a giant middle finger to the player, but this is actually playable. This is something that I can actually endure. So of course I made it more difficult for myself by loading up Maps of Chaos, which is an extended version of traditional Doom 2 levels, which include much more enemies to go along with the extra level real estate. The only problem I can really say that I ran into here is that you're probably going to run out of ammunition for your favorite weapons before you run out of Archviles to kill, especially with the way in which certain enemy spawns in this level cause the rest of it to kind of backfill with even more Archviles, because more turn up and resurrect the ones you've already killed. Thanks. This is fine. This is exactly what I wanted in my life. So naturally, I had to go and make things worse for myself, didn't I? I thought, you know what? I'd like to see these Archviles explode. Because who wouldn't? You need a little bit of catharsis when dealing with any number of Archviles, so I loaded up the Bolognese Gore mod, and things were working swimmingly until that big ol' Archvile spawn I was talking about happened, and I ran into some unintended consequences. You see, when you thoroughly jib an enemy in this, which means make them fly into gory little pieces and there's not really any body to piece back together, they can still be resurrected. And what do you get with a resurrected, disembodied Archvile? You get an invisible Archvile. No silhouette, thoroughly invisible, that can still hurt you, that can still resurrect other Archviles. And if there's one lesson that you take away from my experience here, it is the simple fact that Bolognese does not go with everything. I mean, sure, it may sound like a good idea at the time, and I certainly can't deny the results. Those walls are looking a nicer shade of red than they were previously, but yeah, if you've got any hopes of finishing a level such as this on Ultraviolence with this mod, just put the Bolognese back in the cupboard. Just put it back. Put it back in the cupboard. Lock the cupboard. Forget that the cupboard exists. Can you believe that people pay me to make these videos? Yeah, I don't know why either. But thanks! Thanks anyway. Lovely people. There they go, whizzing up the screen. Anyway, I'm going now. Fuck Archviles.